Thank you, Henry, for the re-upload. As for your reward, I'm gonna do a commentary on the same video you and Ski did. I love being a dick. Hey guys, Midnight Noob is here, back for another commentary. Now before I begin, I just want to get this out of the way. As I said above, Ski and Henry already did a commentary on this video, so I'm going to try and avoid reiterating their points. A link to that video will be in the description, as well as the video I'll be commentating on, so yeah. Now with all that out of the way, let's begin with my first complaint. Bro, your intro goes on for way too long. It takes a minute and a half to get your intro joke as well as your actual intro out of the way, and then you go on for 46 seconds explaining what you'll be commentating on. That's about 2 minutes and 16 seconds out of a 10-minute video. When a fifth of your video is spent on your intro, that should be an indication to summarize your shit.
Greetings, one and all. My name is the Desert Storm, and welcome to my very first solo countdown. Kind of.
Am I the only one that thinks this video has some serious audio balance issues?
Honestly wouldn't know, but then again, this is coming from someone who sounds like their mic is basically buried in a can of coffee grounds.
And how does this counter her point exactly? Sure, her audio quality isn't the best, but audio quality and audio balancing are two completely different issues. And at least I can hear her voice without it getting muffled by music, unlike Storm here. Also,
You have misused the power of the almighty Arons. You shall be punished by the Illuminati for your crime.
as for the next point you have, it does not really refute the point she brings up, so it comes off as wasted space, 8-bit Fennekin.
Now, I've been on Steam for a while, and I feel like I know my taste in games well enough to avoid this. But my friend convinced me to get Gary's Mod, and I knew immediately that I wasted my money. Gary's Mod is a bit of a mixed bag for me. On the one hand, there's the most limitless mind potential and creative factor that could draw in someone like me. On the other hand, though, there's everything else. Everything about this game is extremely complicated. To me, at least. There's downloading the mods, and you make servers, then there's getting people in the server, which is a nightmare in itself.
Multiplayer is optional, you know.
Gary's Mod is a game that requires multiplayer and online. Requires multiplayer and online.
Gotta let you finish that joke, 8-bit Star Fox! Also, while Steam does require an internet connection to play most of the games in your library, you can play Gmod in single-player mode. Granted, it's not that fun alone, but you said that it requires multiplayer, so you're still wrong.
Games that aren't for me.
Hey, 60! I didn't know you had a furry for a cousin!
Now, I'm not really into RPGs or sandbox games, so for me, Skyrim is a match made in the fiery pits of hell!
Then why bother playing it if you already knew you hate both sandbox and RPGs? And if we're getting technical, Skyrim is more open world than sandbox.
Because he needed material. You know, the one to make his top 5 list. Also, open worlds and sandbox games are basically the same thing.
In regards to your first point, how does that really refute what Fawn said? Unless Storm was gifted the game, he intentionally bought a game he knew he would hate. No normal person would buy a game they would clearly hate unless it was to get a good laugh out of it, which is not the case here. He wasted his money buying a game, if he did buy it, just to bitch about it? That's friggin' stupid! Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go drop $100 in a game I clearly despise. And as for your second point, so by your logic, Just Cause 2 and Skyrim are similar games? Because I can tell you that is a bold-faced lie. Here's the basic difference. Sandbox games are where you can blow shit up and it'll stay blown up. Open world will simply respawn it.
Once again, I can see why this game gets the praise it does. When an RPG fails in almost every aspect of RPG you excel in, it's just sad.
No mention of the combat, no mention of the enemies you fight, no mention of the story other than it's there to be there when clearly it's much more in depth than you think. I give this segment a C-, needs more research.
Oh, and if you're watching this, fuck you!
Hey 8-bit Addy, say something! If you don't have much to say, just skip it. Don't fast forward this shit!
Skipping because of dumb flame shield joke.
Thanks for wasting everyone else's time, asshole. And since you wasted another minute not saying anything, I'm just gonna skip that.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
It's a Call of Duty rant. You've heard them all before. Oh, and one final note. I'm sure both you guys do realize this is an annualized franchise, right? It's like Madden, but with army guys. Skip it.
Just because it's annualized doesn't mean that people can't bitch about it if it sucks. So, by your logic, we can't bitch about Ass Creed Unity because Assassin's Creed is an annual franchise? Where did you learn to form arguments from, Mr. Enter? Oh, and to set up context for this next point, Storm bitches about the speed/controls for the Tails and Eggman sections in Sonic Adventure 2.
I feel as though this was used somewhere else before. Didn't Meta say something along those lines and he got a lot of crap for it or something?
Hey, Bro Jared said the same thing, and, well... It's not what you say, but how you say it.
Ah, the smell of bullshit in the morning.
What do I mean? Well, if you watched Pro Jared's review of the game, he never really mentions the speed/controls of the Tails and Eggman sections. He brings up that it's not fun, the annoyance of the sound made by the blaster, etc. The closest thing to speed that he mentions is during the pyramid level of Tails' section, and one could easily argue that he was mentioning the level and not the speed of the machine. Even then, it's a robot, it's meant to be slow, so bitching about it is stupid.
And at the 22-minute mark, we've finished the video. My thoughts? Well, let's just say this. Doggy Lover 1012 is pulling the same old shit us commentators used to do back in 2013.
Such as?
And seeing how that went, I doubt the guy's gonna be taking her advice anytime soon.
Okay, screw examples because I'm 8-bit Foxy and
Arguments are for pussies.
Seriously, she's only been in this community for less than a month, so she's probably not going to know what the hell you're talking about, nor will probably most people in this community who started in 2014. Hell, I started doing commentaries in 2010, and even I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Overall, this video sucks. Look, if you want a good commentary on Fawn's second commentary, check out Evan Yegi's video because he brings up a lot of good points. I'm Anubis, and if you excuse me, I'm gonna go skin that furry.